Hello there everyone, welcome to yet again another stream. Microphone is good, always got to check that these days. I have tested this actually before starting, because obviously we tried to do this last week and it wasn't having it. So yeah, I have tested this stream, everything should be good. We're still good to go in 1080 hopefully. As for these Q&As, obviously, I want to definitely do one here. This was supposed to be last week's, essentially, talking about the trailer, the 2022 release, everything like that. As for after this, they're probably not going to be weekly, as you all probably know by now. When things go a bit quiet, I stop them weekly. I don't really think I need to explain why, but I think you would understand the reasoning, because there's really nothing to talk about most of the time. Thankfully, this is the first stream I've actually done after the trailer, so we've got some stuff to talk about today. Yeah, let's get right into it. Let me get up the chat. Let's go. How you doing, Lucky? Tyler Ninja, Cool Kid, Ben, Dan, Sonic, Anton, Gabriel, how you doing guys? Good to see you. We'll probably only be going for an hour tonight as well. We'll see. Well, we'll see how many people we can get in, but I'm guessing hype has pretty much died down very quickly for this game. After that news, let me know if there's any buffering, but there shouldn't be, because I've tested this. Sonic, we'll get into the questions in a second, don't you worry about it. Like and subscribe guys if you're new. I also posted a short today. I'm still trying to work out YouTube shorts, to be honest. Some do great, some don't, but if you're interested, I pinned it just in case the video or the stream gets in the like kind of overshadows it. What are the chances can't even speak. What are the chances it gets delayed further beyond spring 2022? I actually wanted to talk about this because this is something I was only thinking about like a few days ago, because they've not given us a release date in order to not have to commit to any date, but at the same time they have, and I'll tell you what I mean as soon as I welcome the rest of the people joining. So hello Lexi, hello Adriel, Singh, Black, Lucky, Dominic, how you doing everyone? Right, so what I was thinking about really was how they've committed to, how they didn't want to commit to a release date. Sorry, they don't want to give us a release date right now because they don't want to have to meet a specific date and then let us all down. I'm guessing that's why. There's no other logical reason. If anyone can think of one, let me know. However, we're basically in the same situation as we were a year ago, except that we're going to be in 2022 soon, not 2021. And what were we all doing last year when we were told spring 2021? We were all breaking down, when does spring officially start, when does it officially end? In which it did get to a certain point where the game couldn't release after a certain date, or it was classed as summer rather than spring. So in a way, even though they've given themselves till the final day of spring, people are still going to be saying, if it doesn't release by that final day of spring, which I'm trying to remember what that is. Is it like in May? Or is it in June? I can't even remember, because half the time I just judge what time of the year it is based on the weather. So you wouldn't think we're going. I mean, we are still technically in summer right now in the UK, but most of the time it doesn't feel like summer. But you get my point, I think. They've still got to commit to a date here, even though they've not given us a release date. So what are the chances it gets delayed past that? I don't think it will this time, but you never know. I really don't think it will. Let's do some more questions. The Lego book I mentioned was early April 2022. I don't know if there's any connection to the game. What Lego book is coming out in April 2022? Look, there's sometimes connections with Lego, with the games in terms of like the TV shows sometimes. Take, for example, the holiday special. which that was supposed to kind of coincide with this game because of like the Holiday Vader, Holiday Gunk Droid. I'm not even sure if the Holiday Gunk Droid is in that, you know, but Holiday Vader definitely is. But with Lego sets and I suppose the games, the only connections I really know that they kind of put into place are like the codes or the stickers on the back of the boxes, and that's about it. Hello Lego Zone, good to see you. If you are new guys, make sure to like and subscribe. I couldn't see any dynamic dismemberment in the trailer, so do you think we're going to get that mainly as a kids game? Also, the graphics looked worse in some shots. The graphics I'll definitely talk about in a second because I was thinking the exact same. I need to get out of here. Come on, Shakti. Is that... Yeah, that's who I'm playing as. The graphics, I thought in the Phantom Menace shots looked abysmal. Which I'm not going to hold them to because, you know, the game's not out yet and that can definitely change. But going back to the first part, which was the dismemberment, yeah, dynamic dismemberment in the trailers, it just depends to what degree, I suppose, because even though it's a kid's game, they can still, I suppose, censor things. It's like this youngling scene everybody wants. It could, look, if there's any chance of it making it, it's in the game like this, but at the same time, you just don't know what's allowed and what's not allowed these days. So, thank you, Tyler, it was June 21st, right? So, spring officially starts March 20th, ends June 21st. I should know that after what we went through this year, but I don't, because, like I said, I don't really judge time by what the season is supposed to be, because the weather, I mean, I'm just going off a UK standpoint here, the weather never reflects that. We can have like a really hot month now in September, which you are kind of breaking into that autumn period, so it's weird. I don't judge periods based off what the season is, really. It's based it off what the weather is. We've had snow sometimes in April, but we're going off the point, and I said sometimes, not all the time, but we're going off the point there. You still think we got a release date at the Game Awards? I mean, I remember watching those Game Awards last year, and we were apparently going to get the Legacy mode and everything. That didn't come true, but we'll see, Dan. We'll have to see, won't we? I mean, the other Dan, there's two Dans. Dan Ben has backed me up and said that it doesn't feel like summer here, and I got to agree with you. We had like one hot week in, I think it was July, where it was too much because I hate the hot weather as it is. Like it was peaking at like 24 degrees today, and I was already just getting worried about it because I really can't stand it. It would be nice if they gave us a release date soon, absolutely, but they've given us a period and they have to stick to that period. So June 21st, already forgotten, I think it was June 21st, they can't release it any time after that. So that's the current situation, TT Games. I don't think you've done yourself any favours by not giving us a release date over a period. What would I have preferred in a way? Look, there's no win for them in this situation, I don't think, now, because there's so many unhappy fans. There's so many fans who are going to be patient, like myself, even though it may come across as I'm a bit annoyed. Of course, I'm not fully in agreement with what's been going on, but we just don't know the behind-the-scenes issues. But at the same time, I can be patient if it means having the best game, that not being glitchy. But I think the best way to have done it would have for them to have not done the trailer or anything, or hyping up the trailer, and for them to have just said a few weeks ago that we're definitely not going to meet 2021, even though they kind of already said that in the previous message that they didn't know when it was going to release. But I would have rather them just give us a message and no trailer, because what they essentially did with giving us that trailer is they made a lot of us think, especially with E3. One of the things Jeff said is we're advertising games that are coming out holiday this year or later this year. I think it was kinda false marketing. What they did there, they got a lot of people's hopes up and didn't deliver. So people still would have moaned over the message. I'm absolutely with you there. Of course they would have still moaned over the message, but I think it would have been the better thing to do. You don't have console to play? Speaking of console, the only good thing about this delay is that it gives me time to get the Xbox, which I still cannot find. But let's stay on the track of questions, because even though the chat's so much slower today, the amount of time I take to answer one, I miss so many. How you doing, cool kid? What's the name of the outro song I use? I need to actually find the name of that. I saved it so long ago that I saved it as outro because I know I'm not going to use it for anything else, and I found it on the YouTube Studio Music because I'm too worried to use any other music these days because you get copyright claims and stuff. So I need to actually get the name of it. I just have it saved on my computer as outro. I need to find a question. Come on, turn around. If it's looking like I'm finding this really hard, I'm not. I'm trying to find a question to answer while I do it. But I mean, I've got 26 seconds here, have I not? This way, Kylo, come on. Let's finish this. Do I think we'll see a release date at the Game Awards? I'm going to say no. I don't think we'll see it until next year. In fact, I think Star Wars Celebration. That's what I'm going for. And I'd encourage you to do that as well. Think to yourself, the next time we'll see this game is Star Wars Celebration. Because the fact is, anything before that then is a bonus. And say we don't have anything until Star Wars Celebration gets here, they're not going to miss that anyway. So that's how I'd think of it. That's in April, I believe. Okay. In the new trailer, when Episode 1 Obi-Wan attacks battle droids, you can see they're putting away their guns. I think you mean the Qui-Gon part, right? But yeah, you can see. So I was trying to discuss this on Monday, and then my stream kept on crashing. But I saw that video from Bombastic pop up in my recommended, and I thought it summarised things quite well, actually, about there was, what was it, the stormtroopers weren't shooting at Luke properly. There's a random X-Wing that appears when Luke drops out of hyperspace. You've got the point you just mentioned there about Qui-Gon and the battle droids putting away their weapons. You've also got the one I noticed myself, actually, from the trailer, the floating battle droid parts. So there's a lot of things still wrong with it. And you could argue what's been happening all this time, what's causing this. At the end of the day, I'm just glad they're making sure everything is fixed, because obviously there's going to be glitches here and there, but I don't think there's any big excuses for any game-breaking glitches when this game comes out. So I'm glad they're fixing it all now, but you have got to wonder, how on earth did they ever think this game was going to come out in 2020? This must have been the biggest oversight of all time. Maybe not that far, but yeah. Alright, let's try over here. Anyway, May 26th is Celebration. So, May, exactly. I thought it was April, but you know what? May, even better in a way, because if you've really got nothing before May next year, they're not going to miss Star Wars Celebration. Look, when I've only been to one Star Wars Celebration. I went to the one in London in 2016, and that was around the time Force Awakens had already come out at this point, I will grant you, but at the same time they had a big booth for it there. They're not going to miss an opportunity like that. What are you doing, Shakti? Jump on that. Oh dear. The game was made to have new voices, but fans asked if they would do the original style. So I always thought that would get in the way as well, because it's not as simple as just, we've got voices for this game, let's add in a mumble mode. Because what you got to do then is you got to remember, for all the voice for the voice mode where the characters talk, you're gonna have the mouths moving. I get it's much easier to sync up their mouths because it's Lego, but at the same time, for that mumble mode, you're gonna have to make sure none of them are moving their mouths, and also there may be certain body language that they have to change because they're mumbling instead. So there's a lot more that goes into that than people just think it's very easy that you've got voices and then you turn them off. The modes, if there are modes, that is, which I think there will be, but if there are modes, they're going to be very different. Maybe not very, but there's going to be significant differences. Be sure to like and subscribe, guys, if you're new as well. I would appreciate it. Don't give up on the game, SpongeBob. It's coming one day. Do you think there's going to be a way to find Exegol like in the ninth movie? I think Exegol is one of those hidden planets. Because I uploaded a short on that. Shakti's just not jumping on that, is she? Anyway, I uploaded a short on that, and a lot of people were saying to me, it's not Exegol, it's Starkiller. And I know Starkiller is technically a planet, but I don't think they're going to class it as one, because by the time of Force Awakens, it's more machine than planet, isn't it? So I don't think they're going to class it as one. Just like the Death Star, they're not going to class as one personally. I don't believe they will. You're straight up going to be watching Obi-Wan Kenobi series by the time this game releases. Might be in a care home by at the time this game releases, to be fair. My favourite comments, I told you this the other day actually, but my favourite comments are when people put like on a video, I was a child when this game was announced, now I'm an adult. And it's true, like for so many people, they were officially a child when this game was announced and now they're an adult. It's kind of crazy when you think of it like that. In 3 years. 3 years. Technically only 2, because one of those was when it was announced and it didn't really count as it wasn't coming out in 2019, but still 3 years since they announced it. They would have been working on it a significant time before that. I think they said since Force Awakens. So, yeah. May 4th, are we going May 4th again? Second year in a row, May 4th. We're 1 off 50 likes, guys, let's get it. Do you think the planet in the upper left corner of the map is Exegol Mustafar? I'm not going to try and sit here and act like I know where all the planets are on the map, because that's based off the actual Star Wars Galaxy map, isn't it? But I do think Exegol will be on the map. I do think you'll be able to explore Exegol. I know a few people have questioned this, and that's understandable, because there's definitely a chance you might not be able to. I'm not taking that away from you. It's definitely a different one. It's a bit like Ahch-To in this game. They didn't want to show too much, so they didn't make it open world. But we've seen Episode 9 now, and not every open world, you got to remember, is going to be the same size. I can see Coruscant being a lot bigger than Tatooine. Like, outside of Mos Eisley and potentially Mos Espa, what are you going to have on Tatooine? Maybe the pod racing track, but some planets will be bigger than others. You got to bear that in mind. I'm getting old, I feel it. I mean, one would argue I'm not that old, but at the same time, when I think of when I first started this, how old I was 13, I believe, 14, something like that. But yeah, attack them, Shakti, come on. What's the next comments? Let's see. In some of the games you could turn the music off, and then when you look at the Cantina band, they have no instruments. Yep, that's a really cool one. I love that one. I think it's quite cool. It makes sense, like, and I'm sure that will carry over into the new game if the Cantina band are visible, which I'm sure they will be. You can't. Well, you can, but it would be a bit strange if you turn the music off and then the Cantina band is still playing. And for any band we've seen this, because we'll probably see like the band in Mars's Cantina, there'll probably be one on Mars's Castle, sorry. The band on... there'll be a band on Coruscant somewhere. There's got to be. There'll be one that you can see. So I should hope it carries over. See you soon, Sonic. Could you tell me about why you reckon the graphics looked worse? They didn't in all shots. In fact, the only shots I really think they looked worse was the Naboo shots at the start. I really thought they looked bad in that. But the rest of it... I mean, let's just take today, for example, because I was... my short that I did, which, by the way, if you want to watch, linked at the top of the description. I don't think YouTube distributes shorts to everybody. But anyway, I was comparing the fin shots that we get on Exegol to one another, and one of them in the new trailer, so the one in the new trailer with the Sith Troopers and everything, is far more HD than the other one. So there are improvements. Why Naboo was less high quality, I will say this, the trailer was amazing and everything, but I do feel like it was rushed to be put together. There was more gameplay in it, definitely, and I feel like they didn't think they could get away from that. But when you compare it to last year's trailer, everything, although they joined Gamescom late, it did look as if they were prepared for it. They put together this nice trailer. This one, to me, just seemed very rushed. And that's not to say the shots in it didn't look nice, because most of them did. But the amount of glitches people have pointed out with this one, I feel like it was a last minute job. Like, we've got to show something. Like I said before, I think the better way to do it, personally, and people still would have moaned either way, I'm aware of that. I probably would have moaned myself, because like I said, they're in a bit of a tight spot right now, but I would have just posted another message saying the game definitely won't release in 2021, even though they'd kind of confirmed that already, and said see you 2022. Something along the lines of that. We can word it, well, there's no point trying to word it better because that didn't happen, so it doesn't matter. Right, let's do a level anyway. What characters do I think won't make it into the game? It's hard to say, really, what characters won't. I really don't know. It depends on how major they are, I suppose. I think the best part of the trailer was Yoda and Palpatine fight shot. Definitely, that one looks flawless. I know we've only seen one shot of it, but it does look flawless so far. Do you think the price of the game will change? No, definitely not. They can't. They've taken pre-orders now, so they can't do that. Where are the two mini kits that I've not got here? Oh, they're on that part, that middle part. I'm not doing that. I can never seem to do it. Nema Outpost. We need one. We're on 89% if you can't see, by the way, so we're getting there with this game. Remember to like and subscribe, guys, if you're new. I would appreciate it. And check out today's short. By the way, can I ask, well, we've got about 60 people here. I feel like that's what we're going to peak at today. So I'll ask why you're here. In terms of the shorts, because I did a little test. I have a second account which I subscribe to myself. One of the reasons I do this is because I like to see what notifications go out, if they always go out, if these shorts pop up. I don't think the shorts do get distributed to everybody, do they? I mean, the system is still in beta. I'm just curious, because one can do really well and another one can do terrible, so I don't mind them doing terrible if no one's interested. I just want to know if people are just not seeing them at all, because then that's a bit of a problem. So did you actually see today's short come up in your subscriptions, your notifications, anything like that? Let me know. Are you hyped about Book of Boba Fett? I am, definitely. And had this game been originally planned for 2022, we probably would have got a Book of Boba Fett character pack. I can say that with certainty. Definitely I can say that with certainty. You never get them for shorts? That's what I think the answer is going to be from most. I don't think they even see them. You did not see it? Yep, they don't distribute them. It's madness. It's absolute madness. The system's in beta, so I'm not gonna be. I mean, I wouldn't be mad about it anyway. It's just interesting. It's like when I do a video and it doesn't do well, I know, right, nobody's interested in this. When I do a short and nobody watches it, I'm thinking, are they interested in it or did they just not see it? Do I reckon they were overambitious, the game? Definitely. There's no way there wasn't. I know you can never predict bugs, and I know I'm not a game developer as well. But how on earth did you get it 2 years off? That's something I can't explain. And if they can, I mean, they'll probably give me a vague answer like development. You don't understand. I know I don't understand. I'll admit that. But 2 years off. And it's not even like in 2020 they said it's coming out in 2022. They thought it'd then come out this year. They keep being over ambitious with it, I feel. And in a way I am worried they've kind of thought we've got to give them a release period of some sort. Let's give them one here, and they can't meet that. Do you think we'll be able to slay the younglings? I briefly touched upon this. When it comes to things that are censored in in games in general. Lego's got a bit more freedom because it is Lego. At the same time, you just can't predict with something like that. I don't think. Look, if I'm being honest, I don't think you're going to be able to kill the younglings on screen. I do think you'll see the same exact scene recreation that we see in Revenge of the Sith, but I don't think you're going to see. Oh, I don't think you're actually going to be able to slay them on screen. And to be honest, if you're not able to, I won't be complaining, because I don't particularly want to. Because I'm going to feel guilty. Like, at the end of the day, it's just a game and it's fictional, but it's not exactly something I'm crazy about seeing in any way. You seen it, Mini Kit? Yeah, I think I saw you in the comments actually, chat. Did I see his? Youngling, we were talking about that one as well. I did see his. I did see Bombastic's bug video. I thought it was fantastic. Well, I didn't think the things in it were fantastic. It's very unfortunate, the things in it, but I did think the video itself was great, and it's kind of worrying that these issues are happening right now, that they're not sorted. That, look, they probably, like I said, I do think that trailer was rushed, and when making that trailer they probably thought, let's get our best footage together and put it in the trailer. So you got to think about that. If that's their best footage, what the hell is their worst footage? That does worry me. Any news yet, Thomas? Not really. I think there was a few more Steam updates. I'll probably cover them in a very short video. I mean, going back to shorts for a second, it would be perfect for something like that. But like I said, I'm just worried people aren't going to see them. And then it's a waste of the video and a waste of time if nobody sees them. Welcome, Evan. How you doing, my friend? Do you think PS5 and Xbox Series X versions of the game will run at 60 FPS? I feel like they've confirmed this, actually. I mean, I would think they would, but I feel like they've confirmed this and I can't remember the answer. Which is unlike me to forget one of the answers, but I do feel like they've said this. However, even if they, for example, say they've said that they won't play at 60 FPS, which I don't think they have, but say they did say that, anything can change with the amount of time this game's taking to come out, so there's still a possibility. We just gotta find this one mini kit. It's gonna be related to something around here. Right, that's a stud fountain. Was Jakku Raider Speeder in the episode 7 game? What speeder? The Raider Speeder. I'm actually not sure what that one is. They've said that it was also in the works prior to 2019, like a few years. I'd think since Force Awakens. You could argue maybe they were developing it at the same time as Force Awakens, but I really don't think they would develop 2 LEGO games at the same time. I don't see what logic there is in that decision, but once again, who am I? Who am I to talk? I feel like we've missed this one again, because I'm pretty sure when you get around here the arrow disappears. Oh, it did last time. Maybe not. Maybe not. Right, it's like there. Where is it? It's there somewhere. I don't know. These final mini kits are bugging me. It's right there. Okay, how do I get in there? Look, because there's destroyable objects. So maybe I need to keep going around here. But I having like memories that you go into the next room and you can no longer see that one. Ezekiel, welcome. TB, welcome. Do you think we'll be able to command our own fleets? Yeah, actually, I do. With like the capital ships and everything, I do think you'll be able to. But the information about the capital ships is still, I would say, quite vague. You could act like we've kind of got a lot, but a lot of the finer details of it haven't really been explored too much. Do you think the jetpack is an upgrade? The thing is with the jetpack, are you referring to Rey's? Because I think it's possible that that's just like an exaggerated part of the mission with her. I don't know if it's an upgrade. Because then wouldn't that make characters like Jango and Boba a bit pointless? If Rey could just... if anyone could have a jetpack. I mean, I suppose characters become pointless by the end anyway, because you've got all the extras and stuff, but... I hope that's just an exaggerated part of the mission, which I don't mind, by the way, it being an exaggerated part of the mission. I just hope that's what it is. I hope that's what it is. Okay, I'm just worried to engage in this because what if I can't get back? Right, Phasma, go round here. Yeah, I think we can... yeah, it looks like we can get round here. I think... there's got to be a way in, right? Yes, here? No? Oh no, it's here. Okay, it's... right, perfect. I didn't... this is one of the big problems of this game, and something you want to watch out for. We don't know if... well, actually, no, we do know the behind the wall shooting will be in the next game. Well, how could I forget that one? It's in like all the trailers. Sometimes before you engage in it, there's little parts that are very easy to miss. One of the biggest issues I've had with this game, actually, that I really need to pay more attention to. So now we should be able to go in here. Yep, there it is, Akbar, and then we can quit this mission because this is our final one. I think Django's underappreciated as well. I can agree with you on that. Boba gets all the attention, and up until lately, Django had the more screen time. I would argue Boba's gonna get more with his show and everything. Do you think they'll remove R2-D2's ability to fly, depending on what movie? I mean, I already feel like they made it underpowered in this game. But no, I feel like it's too iconic for them to just get rid of. It makes... like, one of the main things they've done, you look at it with C-3PO in the trailer riding the AT-RT. They've allowed the more useless characters in these types of games. And I suppose 3PO was never useless because he has his own protocol droid doors. But at the same time, you couldn't do anything else with him. In this game... in the Clone Wars game as well, you can, like, not sprint with them, but you can run a bit faster. You can obviously board vehicles in the new game, which is fantastic. If you get rid of R2's rockets and, say, just leave them in, like, episodes 2 and 3, you're just making him worse, and it's kind of pointless if you're allowing, like, C-3PO to ride an AT-RT now. So I think they will keep them. I'm pretty certain they will keep them, but I have no proof. Do you think the training emote will be a playable objective, what Luke and Rey use when training with lightsabers? That may be a quest. It may be a side quest. This is the one I'm... because this mission here, where is it? Dakar. The Resistance. People don't... I don't mind this mission, actually. But I do understand why people don't like it, because it's a mission with no fighting, really. You're just getting the Falcon ready. And there's a lot of parts of Episode 8 which I'm thinking, how do you actually get combat-related missions out of these? I think Canto Bite's going to get 2 missions somehow. Whether both of those will be in the main story or not, I can't say. I don't know, but Acto's going to be a weird one. It wouldn't surprise me if they somehow make a boss fight out of that mini Luke versus Rey fight on Acto. And you gotta take health off Luke and stuff. Imagine. I think it's very possible they could do that. How you doing, Fierce? Gura, this is Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens Gang Style. Welcome. If you're new, guys, like and subscribe. Make sure to check out today's short as well. Linked at the top of the chat. Right, let's go to where we going anyway. Because we are getting that bit closer, but we're really on like odd mini kits now that I just haven't got. Pose to the rescue, we need 4. So that's a big one. Oh, I never know where it is, that first one there. Like, I'm gonna have to look that one up. Can we do the hangar battle and asteroid escape? Oh, God. Right, let's try a hangar battle. Because that first one, I'm just not gonna have a clue again. Let's speed Darth Maul. I always pick the same characters, but I'm such a Clone Wars fan. Right, even though that's not Clone Wars Ahsoka. Let's be I mean, all the vehicles do feel the same. Let's be Anakin's custom starfighter, which is Akbar's starfighter, according to the TV shows. What are the top 3 things you're most excited for? Let's see. The Coruscant in general, I'm just excited to explore it properly. I mean, let's get rid of the first point and just say the open world. The open world element of travelling from planet to planet, to exploring, to going from like Canto Bight to like Hoth to Coruscant. Just going between the planets, taking a sequel character to a prequel planet or a prequel character to a sequel planet, you know, all that stuff. The open world element, I think most will agree, is easily the most exciting thing. Second of all, I'm excited for the new missions that we've never seen before. Now, obviously, every mission is redone from the top, so like the Darth Maul fight from Episode 1, even though it's completely done, it's completely redone, it's still the same fight. It's still from that scene in Episode 1. Whereas Palpatine versus Yoda is new to LEGO games. We've never seen that before. So seeing the new missions, like that, hopefully a Mace versus Palpatine as well, that's probably my second thing. Now let me know what your top 3 things are as well, everyone, if they're any different. The third is Kyber bricks. I'm excited to see... there's 952 if I remember correctly. And I'm just excited to see how many there are per world. What different things can you unlock? Is there any secret things you can unlock? Kyber bricks in general are just something I'm all for, definitely. The what torture? What are they going to add? What torture? I'm not so sure what you mean, actually. What torture are they going to add? I'm not too sure. I have no idea what you mean, chat. I have no idea what you mean. Has it been confirmed if planets will change depending on the episode you select, or will every planet just be themed to the area they're introduced in? They've not really said anything about this, but what was interesting actually was in my latest video, somebody said that the Mace Windu and Coruscant shot, some of the text in the background translates to stormtroopers, so it's possible. I hope they change it, personally, to fit that era. But they've not really said anything about that either. There's so many things we just want to know, and they've not told us. It's so sad. Alright, I don't want to go because there's like 2 mini kits here. And I don't know how to get to them. Is there something through this door here? Come on, tell me, how do I... There's always something with this game. Like, they're right there. And if I go through the door and play the objective, they're gonna go. Okay, right, no, because we've already been in here. But we probably should watch out for little doorways and stuff. I've already been in Kylo's room. Nearly 70 likes, guys, so be sure to like if you haven't already. I actually can't wait to start the prequel theme levels. I can't wait for the levels that are repeats of what we've already seen, even though they're completely different, because like I said, they're completely different. I want to see what makes them different. I mean, it's not going to be hard to see that with the graphics, the overall combat improvements, just general game improvements, so it's not going to be difficult to see that. But at the same time, I'm excited to play like the Darth Maul fight again. The Grievous fight's going to be a big one because the location just looks so off in the complete saga. A lot of the locations did, actually, from the old game. Like I said, Coruscant, go back to the Order 66 mission in Complete Saga. You're in a mountain. You're not on Coruscant, you're in some mountain somewhere. So I'm excited to see things done properly. And that's another thing, the expectations will be so high because very few people, I don't really see anybody complaining, saying the locations are off in the complete saga, because I think people just knew that represented the time, I suppose. But now the pressure is on to get these things right, and people, it's like when the clones aren't in the correct armor. Like, apart from like the scene where Palpatine and Vader, or Palpatine fishes up Vader, sorry, we've seen like Phase 2 clones in the Grievous scene, and that's incorrect, as we know. But whereas in the last game, all the clones pretty much looked, apart from the Phase 1, I suppose, they all looked incorrect. So the pressure's on for them now more than ever to just get things right. This game, Zemi, is LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens. A lot of people don't know that. I feel like this one went under the radar. Fitting era would be cool, but I want to be able to stay in the prequel era if possible. Maybe you should be given the option, but I have a feeling, and I don't have much of a problem with this because the game isn't canon, I have a feeling the planet you go to will be related to the era that it was introduced in for the movies. Tatooine becomes a bit difficult then, doesn't it? Because I definitely don't think they'd make Tatooine sequel related, because it's in there for one scene. So I think apart from Tatooine, you could pretty much bet on every planet being related to its movie that it appears in. So I doubt you're going to go to, for example, Cantonica and you're in the OT era. I think you'll go to Cantonica and you'll be in the sequel era. Easily, I think that's how it will work. Right, we're going to have to do this, I think, because I don't know how to get to these two. I feel like I'm doing something silly. Look, I go through there. Yeah, I go through... Well, actually, no, the mission doesn't end. It doesn't. We could still make it. I know there's a lift somewhere, and I don't want to get involved in one of these fight on the wall, fight behind the walls and stuff. Hide behind the walls. Hello there, boss. My top 3 things I'm looking forward to in this game are seeing improved character customizer. That's definitely one that I missed there, actually. More unique characters, incredible open world. More unique characters is going to be great. I mean, I'm so excited for the DLC characters after watching the Bad Batch. I'm excited to see them. I mean, look, they're probably just going to go off their Lego minifigures from the latest set, which I know some people thought were a bit lazy. But at the same time, I'm excited to see like Wrecker, and if they give us a Bad Batch version of Crosshair, which we haven't got yet. I'm excited for that stuff, definitely. Hello there, Quinners. Yeah, it's not buggy today. I tried it out. Hey, I mean, if that stream had worked the other day, you probably wouldn't have got this one today, because I am trying to... I say I'm not trying, actually. I know I can't do these all the time right now. There's nothing to talk about. Well, there is today, but that's because this is the first one since the trailer. After that, there's going to be nothing today. After today, really. How do you think you'll buy characters in game? I think it'll work the same as always, to be honest. Studs, or you unlock them, certain ones through levels, or codes, for example, as well. I'm wondering how quickly will it take them for like cheat codes to be published and activated, or even found. Like, will there be a cheat codes option from day one? How many characters are confirmed for the LEGO game? So 800 in total. Some of those are NPCs. It's over 300 unique playable. Hello, Evan. Good to see you. Do you think there will be post-launch DLC packs? Well, technically, this is the thing, because this is how it worked in this game, The Force Awakens. The character packs were post-launch content. They didn't all arrive on day one. And I thought about it, will they do that with this game? I think they will, because why release everything at once when you can keep the live service going for a bit? So I think each character pack will come individually, some probably ranging like 1 to 2 months after the launch of the game. That may have been a bit different if it had had its original launch, because of Bad Batch maybe not being out, but Bad Batch is out now, and the pack is more than likely going to be based on Season 1. So I think that is your live service, essentially. I don't really expect more any after that. And these LEGO games are, don't be mistaken, it's a question of once everyone's kind of 100%ed it and all the DLC packs are out, that's it. The hype is over, and I know there's that new LEGO game coming out. Like I've said, I'm going to stream some LEGO games on the Clips channel, so make sure you're subscribed to that link in the description. I'm going to do like the LEGO Marvel games, but this channel is solely Star Wars games that I enjoy. I happen to enjoy LEGO Star Wars, but I know there's a lot of LEGO only viewers. I know there's a lot of ones who are Star Wars and a lot who are both as well. I love LEGO, but I'm not going to try and act like I play all the other games when I really don't. I mostly play Star Wars, and I'm gonna play Marvel. I will be playing them. Right, they're both down there. Oh dearie me. I mean, there might be things in here that we have to complete, so we'll try Darth Maul with that on there. That just doesn't look right. Next question. Will they add the Force Ghost versions of Yoda, Anakin, Obi-Wan and Luke? Well, Obi-Wan we know, and I think we can pretty much guess that Anakin and Yoda will be in there. Luke and Leia I think will be in there because they're in the movie. So, you know, the big one for me is, will Qui-Gon be in there? Because he's in the cutscene of this game. I think a lot of people kind of like that whole Qui-Gon being in Return of the Jedi. Look, if Return of the Jedi, if the Star Wars movies were made in order, from 1 to 6, they were Qui-Gon would be in Return of the Jedi. There's no doubt about that. But I don't mind Force Ghost Qui-Gon. I mean, we know, if we go on the lore side for a second, we know by the time of Episode 4 he can manifest his image. I suppose people can see him by that point. So I'd be fine with it. The Kylo and Rey thing, because Kylo did disappear. Which, if you disappear, that usually means you're one with the Force and you become a ghost. But I read into this, and the sequels can be confusing as it is, especially Episode 9 with some of the lore. But for Kylo to become a Force ghost, Rey would have to die as well, because they were died in the Force. So it'd be if Rey had died and Kylo was alive, it'd be the same that way. Like, Kylo would have to die. So they both have to die to both become Force ghosts, essentially. Which is kind of cool. I actually like the dyad thing, but we won't. I've got to keep on topic here. So, yeah, we're going to do a Battlefront stream soon anyway. Hopefully this week, if not next week, and we'll talk about all sorts in that, where we won't just be restricted to Skywalker Saga. 7 likes off 100, guys. Let's get it. Keep subscribing. 7 likes off 100. Did I say? Well, I don't know what I said. With 7 likes of 100, keep subscribing as well. Check out today's short. I've linked it at the top of the chat, pinned it there, because they don't seem to be, they just don't distribute them properly. So pretty much the only way you're going to see it is subscriptions, and also thumbnails. Oh my god. Short thumbnails make no sense. Right, have we got to like hit these guys? I don't know. Can we fly over there? No, we can't. Right, try just shooting them. Okay, wait. Right, so I got one there. I got one. I don't know. How many did I get then? Did I get both then? I'm gonna have to watch this back, because the arrows now. This is what I mean. The arrow's now gone. Let me see. I'm just gonna watch this back quickly. I mean, people are probably gonna tell me in the chat anyway, but by that time I'll have probably watched it. Let's see. How many did I get there? Don't attack me for a second. 7. Yeah, looks like I only got 1, right? Where's this other one? Jesus. These levels, man. These levels. So look, now the arrow is gone. We go through there? No. You got? Did I get 2? Ah, that's good. Well, that's good. I didn't expect them to be so close together. Thanks for letting me know. Right. Star Wars Battles. Yeah, Star Wars Battles is back, isn't it? I didn't play it. I don't play mobile games, to be honest. When I'm on my phone, I just message people, to be fair, and check the news, check YouTube. I don't really play mobile games. Did I notice all the bugs that I did? I mean, I watched, like I said earlier, Bombastic's video, but the one I noticed myself without like the analysis was the floating droid parts on Geonosis. Hit a freestyle for you, Mikhail. If you want me to hit a freestyle, you're gonna have to donate a lot. I don't just do freestyles for nothing. I don't even do freestyles, so there's that already, which is a bit of a problem. Okay, well, this mini kit could be anywhere. There's two, isn't there? There's either one or two that I got to do here. I think it's two because I need one on the first part. We're soon gonna see. I mean, if there's a mini kit, man, unless I'm just on target and I go right through it, you're just gonna miss it here. How much for a freestyle? I don't know. Well, what am I freestyling about? Lego Star Wars. Oh, this will be a great one for the Clips channel. FGG freestyles. I'll be honest with you. If I was gonna freestyle, I'd have to script something anyway. I wouldn't know one off the top of my. I wouldn't be able to do one off the top of my head. Okay, there, up there. Okay, right. We just gotta stay on. I'll get back to the chat in just a second, but I am not failing this part again. Down there. Yes, we got it. All right. Oh, we missed one. We missed one. Right, we're going back. We're going back and doing that. Missed one. Anything to do with Star Wars? God, I'd have to script something, I'm afraid. Well, you write it. I'll see if I like it. And then someone can donate and I'll say it. Because, yeah, I'm not just going to say it for free. Alright? I don't do freestyle, so if you want me to embarrass myself, which I probably do anyway, you gotta pay me. Okay. Anyway, didn't they say they'll expand the sequel storyline? So they said they're going to give Finn a bit more in episode 8, which I like, because God, what did they do to Finn? What did they do to so many in episode 8? I didn't like the way the story went, but that makes me happy. And this is what I've said so many times. You got to give these sequel. I was talking to someone in the comments of my video on Friday who said he wanted to skip the sequels, and I just said, well, you got to give it time, really, because these missions could be really cool. How many levels have been based on movies you don't like or parts of movies you don't like? You got to give them a chance, in my opinion. Right, so yeah, we've got it's the two here. Problem is, my controller's a bit so my top pad is a bit messed up, and it doesn't look like. So when I hold it down and with like a bit of force, it's fine. But when I'm just like normal, look, it's kind of doing it now. Yeah, it's more when I go down, to be fair. Like, oh, that's going up right now. It's not doing anything. So I would just get a new controller, but I'm kind of waiting for this Series X to come out. Alright, Evan, you write something then, and I'll freestyle it. I'll put a reasonable price. Okay, can't even get down to the gunship. My controller's messed up, man. How many Praetorian Guards are we going to play with? I counted 4 in the trailer, but there may be more off screen. You got to remember that. So, hello Zemi. Typo Star Wars Battles. Star Wars Battles is coming back. Yeah, it looks like. Apparently you have to pay for it this time. If you're looking for Star Wars Battles news, content, whatever, guys, unfortunately this isn't the place, because I don't care about Star Wars Battles. I won't be playing it. Like I said, I don't really play mobile games, Star Wars or not. So if you're looking for Star Wars Battles content, this is not the channel for you. I think I gave it a little mention in my video when it got cancelled, but that was it. I really don't care if it's cancelled. I mean, I care for the people who play it, obviously, and it gets ruined for them. Obviously, I don't want that to happen, but yeah. Do you think they'll add George Lucas? Yeah, I think they'll add George Lucas into this game. They added Kathleen and JJ into the last game. Apparently Stan Lee's in the Marvel games, which I suppose I'll find out soon once I actually play those. I think 100% George is going to be in this game. That would be rude. That would be so rude to not include George. Right, get that one. That's number 1. I'm going to be messed up by my controller, I can just tell, because like the up and down is just not working for me right now. Okay, we gotta be ready here, we gotta be ready. Right, where's the first one? Okay, go up! Okay, I'll go down. Six, 7, where's the other one? I missed one again! Wait, how did I miss one? Right, you know what, we'll get this other mini kit before we leave. I didn't quit, did I? What did I do? I didn't quit. Welcome, Matthew. I have no idea what's going on right here. I didn't press quit, did I? Is it with that? No, we're here. Right, apparently I missed one, but there's another mini kit we need, so we'll do that one first. Can't imagine how long it's going to take you to 100% the game. I think, look, I've said a few times now that people who are just going to, you know, the diehards who are going to play it non-stop, got all the time in the world, I think they'll have it done with like a month, 3 weeks a month. But for the casual player, I think it's going to be around like 2 months, really, because I think even the casual players, they're going to completely bash it. So yeah, I think 2 months personally. This is why my controller's messing up for me. This is the problem I got right now. My controller's screwing me up. But there we go, we got the 8th one. I'm just going to get that 9th one. And then the one on the first part of the mission is it going to be a nightmare? I missed it bottom left because I can go with my... I was going to say disconnected. I can go with my other controller for a second. The reason I don't use this one when I'm streaming is because this one, the sound doesn't work for my mic. So this, I'd usually use my other controller when I'm playing games by myself because I'll have the speakers on. But when I'm streaming, I got to use that one so I can hear the game through my headset. So we'll try. I'll be able to do it easy with this one. He says before I mess it up. Yeah, we're signed in. We're good. All right. Yeah, can't hear anything now. Great. You got Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens but didn't enjoy it. Should you give it another try? I think it's only fair with a Lego game to play through the whole thing. I know that may sound like a chore. If you really don't like it, then leave it. But to fully compare it to the others, I think you got to play through the whole thing because I wasn't over keen on this one. I've come back to it and I'm really enjoying it. It's probably my second favourite behind the Clone Wars. So... oh, it feels so good to be able to freely go up and down with this controller. Maybe I'll sacrifice my own game volume in future. Okay, let's go Mace Windu, even though it's not going to matter anyway. Just be classic, go the Falcon. We're 5 likes off 90, guys, let's get it. Will George Lucas wield a lightsaber blaster? I think a blaster. Maybe allow him to do everything. I mean, if I was to put a bet on it, I'd say blaster, because I think they're going to be boring like that, but give him a lightsaber. Prove me wrong, TT Games. The video I did in order was pretty good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Make sure you watch that one from Friday as well. Make sure you watch today's short. There's a link at the top of the chat. Because we've gone over all mini-kits so far. Yeah, I know it's a bit of a joke. I mean, it's true, isn't it? Because I do go over the mini-kits, but it's not something I'd make a full-on video on. That's That's why I get a bit annoyed about shorts not being distributed to everyone, because they're kind of just videos I wouldn't be able to make a normal video out of. So you're not going to see them any other way. Like I've got about 15 plus shorts planned, and that's for like before the next trailer, by the way. I got so many more things I want to do once the next trailer in the game comes out. I don't want to post them if no one's going to see them. So YouTube needs to sort that out. JJ has a blaster. I know that because he all the time he automatically gets put in the roster for me, and I get forced to use him for something because I never bother switching. But Kathleen, I think Kathleen was the same. I know none of them have sabers. I can tell you that one for certain. Right there, we got 3 there. Have I missed one? Have I missed one? I'm so scared I've missed one. Did I miss one there? No. There's, okay, one down there, one down there, one down there. Oh my god! No! It was right down there. I'm going to do this off stream. We're going to, because I probably will get it next time, but I can't be bothered going in and out. Oh man. It was right there! Right there! I just couldn't get down to it. We'll do it off stream. It's one of those ones. One of those annoying ones that's really easy, but makes itself difficult. I'll do it another time. We'll do it another day. You can add me on Xbox, sure. I don't add back these days, unless it's like members and stuff, because I added back everyone back in the day. I added back over nearly 2,000 people, and it made my Xbox insanely laggy, so I stopped doing that. Plus it got to the point where I couldn't add everyone back. There was that many at some points. Next time, Lucky. Next time, of course. Next time, right. We wouldn't have got 10 out of 10 anyway, because like I said, on that mission, there's the first part, which there's one, and I can never find it. And we've done that on stream so many times. Takadana, we're pretty much done. First Order Siege. Free play, where's it at? Yeah, we need one at the castle approach. So we can have a look at that. And try and 100% this. And then I think if we just do a few like on-ground quests, Takadana's 100%ed. Is double wheel confirmed for Skywalker Saga? Well, we don't. This is the thing, it might be, it's not confirmed because it's not like been listed as an extra or anything. And there's no Clone Wars pack to suggest Ventress will be in the game. So, apart from Grievous, who's like quad-wheeled, isn't he? I mean, for him, but he's going to have different animations anyway. But your regular, like, Jedi, are they going to be able to dual-wield with an extra, or are characters like Ventress or Starkiller, I doubt, but are they going to be in the game? We just don't know yet. I would think dual-wield would make it. But we really just don't have a clue, but I'm thinking, there's no other dual-wield, like, I mean, for Blaster characters, we know it's in the game because Django. Can't confirm Rex, can we? So Django. But there you go. Just one. One is all we need. We gotta hit something. 2 out of 5. I don't know what we gotta hit. I've already gone past it now though, haven't we? 4 out of 5. Oh, it's the turret. It's the turrets. That's the final one, right? Is that it? I've already got it. We are really on... we're really pretty much done with this game now, especially in terms of levels. Like, I'm just one mini... This was never the plan to do every Lego game before Skywalker Saga came out, but that's how long it's been. So I'm really just on those final ones now that I'm going to probably have to look up, because there's always those ones that you can't do. And then I'm done with this game. I'm going to go back to Complete Saga, because I lost, when I changed my Xbox name, I lost the save on it. And you all know I did it, you were there. But these aren't going to be weekly anyway. Carlton, how you doing? This is Force Awakens. Probably not Matthew, because like I've told you, Roger's pretty useless in this game. He doesn't really do anything. there any we can do? Probably just going to be back to Star Killer to do. I mean, look at, we got so much stuff to do, so we're just going to land there. That's where I got to do most of my stuff now. Waldo says, and they said we look forward to sharing more news about this epic new title very shortly. They've said that so many times, though. That's the thing. I mean, you got to remember, you go back to 2019, we got a trailer in December. But then again, you could argue that trailer was to coincide with the 9th movie, which had just released. I'm thinking maybe we could get like a small 50-second teaser or something this winter, but I'm not going to hold my breath for it either. Every Lego Star Wars game, Lackey. Sorry, did I say? I mean, you get what I mean, right? I want to complete every Lego Star Wars game, which I've done. At this, I mean, I've done it anyway, but we kind of just came back and did it again. I've even done this one. This is my second complete save on this, and I hardly played this game before. I mean, I hadn't played this since 2017, before I started streaming it. So we've even come back and done this one. This is how long it's taken. But what can you do? I suppose. What can you do? Right, there's an easy carbonite brick up there actually on that mountain. You just need to get back to that mountain. Will there be base building? We still have no confirmation on base building. I hope, but I can only tell you the same thing I've kind of been saying now since we got the cover image, and that's that. To me, that cover image looks like Hoth and Geonosis are perfect for base building. But does that mean there's going to be base building on there? We just don't know. I think they'd be stupid not to do it because you could do it in all eras. It doesn't have to be every mission. To me, it's a wasted opportunity if they don't do that. Stormzy, I remember you. How are you, my friend? Good to see you. What do you think of the Battlefront games? I mean, of course I love the newest Battlefront 2. It had its problems, but I owe this channel to that game, but it's kind of sad that we don't have it anymore, that it's cancelled. But we are going to stream Battlefront 2 at some point. Battlefront 1, I've been quite honest that I really, after Battlefront 2 came out, I just went off it because the mechanics in it are so bad. Right, I don't want to have to. Right, let's do it like this. Switch you to Chewie. Go up there. Switch you to Flame Trooper. I beat every 3 to 5 LEGO Star Wars games 100%. I can't get LEGO Star Wars 1 anywhere. Same problem with me. I could get it for the PC, but I can't stream my PC. There's a few issues there, so I'd love to go back to it because it's my original. The LEGO Star Wars video game and The Simpsons Hit and Run, if anyone remembers that, are my first ever games. So I think this is why LEGO Star Wars games have such a special place in my heart. I've even said, which some people think is sad, but LEGO Star Wars The Clone Wars is my favourite game of all time because I got so many good memories on it. And I just think it's the best LEGO game, and like I said, LEGO games, they just got a special place for me. I was never going to pass up this one. Where is Phasma? Thanks for adding me, chat. Will there be baseball? I answered that one, Matthew. I mean, I agree with you that they're the best thing, but they weren't back for Force Awakens. You can understand that because I don't think they suited that game. But I would argue that there's room for them in the new game, and if they don't want to add them, that's fine, but you're missing a bit of an opportunity, I would argue. Like, we enjoyed them in the Clone Wars game. They suit the Clone Wars era more than any other era, but you can get one out of Hoth, you can get one out of Endor, and I think it would be really fun. So why not, is what I say. We're 9 likes off 100, guys. Let's get 100 before we end the stream. Make sure to subscribe as well. I would very much appreciate it. We need an X-Wing, or we need a non-enemy vehicle, I presume. Get out my way, Slave One. Remember Lego Clone Wars from Blockbuster every weekend? That's not in the UK, I don't think. I don't recognise it, at least. Why is the Slave One not despawning? Why is it still there? Right, get to this quick. Why are these so far apart? Oh man, I got no time in between. Like, you've really just got to get to these ones. Alright, this one's a bit closer, and I mean a bit. These are just annoying because, like, sometimes, like the Slave One there, random objects just get in the way. This way, up the ramp. Wonderful. This is such a small area around here, so that already makes this more annoying. Let's finish it. Nice. Lovely. I remember when I got Lego Star Wars The Clone Wars game as a kid, and I started the game and I hummed the Star Wars theme on that day because he was happy. Happy days, like, yeah, I remember when I got it. Best Lego game. Best game. So many good memories of Lego Star Wars The Clone Wars. I love it. Such no bad things. You know what? One of the things I don't like about it. Let's say something I don't like about it. How the hell do you add Qui-Gon as a bonus character, but just make him a Jedi in a hood? At least they corrected that for this game in The Force Awakens, but yeah, that was a bit annoying. We are on Ilum. We are on Ilum indeed. This is why I don't believe Starkiller is that 5th planet. I believe it's going to be Exegol, because this is more battle station now than planet. He's more machine now than man. Poor Ilum, right? Poor Ilum. Evan Cole, how you doing? Right, where shall we go? Where shall we find our next thing to complete? I don't want to have to do another one of those. This guy, hello. How you doing? Accept it, of course. We accept all missions here. What do you want me to do? No idea, no. To be honest, I'll just do this instead. Hayden, I can't wait for Skywalker Saga either. It's going to be great once it's out. We're streaming it and we all do the levels, and then everyone will have played the levels, everyone completes the game, and nobody cares anymore. There's going to be more hype in the build-up. Like, once we get that release date, there's going to be more hype then than like when the actual game's out. Once the actual game's out, there'll be hype for like a week. And then things will slowly start to die. It'll still be there for a bit, but it'll slowly start to die, because you can do everything yourself in the game at that point. Alright, may take some people longer than others, due to just some people being better at games, some people having more time, but once everybody gets the core of the game done, that'll probably be it. How do we get up there? That is the question. Something to do with this. How do I feel that they renamed the Slave One to Fire Spray? They did. Look, I don't think this is true, because you know I covered the things that might be banned in the Skywalker Saga, and one of them was Slave One and them changing it to Boba Fett Starship. Now it does appear that was just for the Lego set name, which maybe you can understand because it's for kids, even though I don't think anybody who's an actual Star Wars fan gets offended by the name Slave One, but that's a debate for another day. The Fire Spray is the name of that type of ship. Like, it's always, like, there's one, I originally discovered this when Battlefront 2 first launched, because on Takodana there's a Fire Spray ship.
Hey, I have been a long-time fan. Just want to let you know that I named my pet cat Fire Guy Gaming.
And then
people always ask me why I
I'll finish off that question because I'm nearly done.
I'm a big fan. Lol.
Fire Spray is the type of ship. It's not actually Boba Fett's ship. types of ships are fire spray. It's still called Slave 1 on the web. As soon as that changes, then I think we should worry. Swimming in the name. Thank you for the $5 I do appreciate it. Hey, I've been a long time fan. Just want to let you know that I named my pet cat Fire Guy Gaming. No way did you name your pet cat Fire Guy Gaming. You're having me on, right? Swimming in sweatpants. I mean, I'd probably never be able to verify this in my life, but for the sake of it, we're going to go with that you're 100% telling the truth. Swimming with sweatpants, named his pet cat Fire Guy Gaming. People always ask you why you did. You're a big fan. Thank you very much. That has to be one of the most insane things, provided it's true, that has ever happened to me on this platform. Thank you very much, Swimming in Sweatpants. Next people are going to be naming their kids Fire Guy Gaming. Thanks. So if your cat's 8, when did you get the cat? Did you like rename it halfway through its life or something? Provided that's true, that's pretty cool. Right, anyway, this is LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens, Oliver, you are correct. This is the LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga Q&A on LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens.
How would they get through the
Hopefully that made sense.
New recruits. They make me
Chaos says, hello there FGG, hope your day is going well. Do you believe we will get online co-op? Believe 2 players. I believe they have to do 2 players or it would be a downgrade from the complete saga. And this is the biggest LEGO game of all time, so Clone Wars, Force Awakens didn't have that, at least on Xbox and PlayStation. But if they want this to be the biggest LEGO game of all time, they've got to do 2 players. Now I think a reasonable amount, considering this is a LEGO game, is 4 players, yourself and 3 other players. If they did that, I would be beyond satisfied. But I think the most realistic approach is for them to do you and 1 other player online, and obviously the split screen will be a thing as well. But you and 4 other players, like I'm not expecting in missions you and 4 other players because I get it. Missions, your normal 5 missions are just going to be like you with 2 players. Like you may be on Camino and it's just Obi-Wan and R4, which we kind of saw that in the new trailer. So it's nice to see that R4 being there pretty much confirms they're continuing that trend. So you're not going to be able to get 4 players out of that unless you're doing free play where you could have all 4 of you doing it. I don't see why, unless they just can't do it. The game can't handle it. They've already put too much content in it. I don't know. I would say you got to do it. 8 months. That makes a bit more sense. I mean, sweatpants. That is still one of the craziest things I've ever heard. But by the way, I don't think I've said this yet, but I appreciate it. In a very strange way, I appreciate it. I mean, I always said, didn't I? I always said I preferred cats. And I'm not just saying that, you know it. You know it after the dog story. Check the Clips channel for the dog story. Where I almost died. No joke. Boba Fett Starship is just a marketing thing. It might be. Look, there's definitely been more time to think about it. I think people just question it because of what the world is like these days. The amount of censorship. And I'm all for censorship on things that matter. But Slave 1, and I think you all know where the line is here. Because I like to think on this channel, judging by the way I am, and you all watch me, you know where the line is.
Thanks for all the information and guesses. I hate the
another super chat.
Let's hope they surprise us.
I'll get these added onto
release.
for the next stream. Justin, I appreciate it. Thank you. For all the information and guesses, I hate the long wait for release. Let's hope they surprise with a holiday release. Oh, I wish. But if you're looking at a holiday, Justin, you're probably looking at holiday 2022, unfortunately. But I appreciate the back-to-back donations there from Justin and from Sweatpants. I appreciate it both. And no problem with all the info. Look, I'm not going anywhere. I'm gonna continue throughout these dry periods. Anytime anything happens, the slightest thing, I will be here. And people may wonder how you do it. How do you keep going with this game? I know a few people in the comments. I get that. How do you keep content coming with this game? But when there's a little things to cover, we'll cover it. Well, that doesn't mean I'm gonna make a whole video for like a tweet saying the game is doing well. But with the more smaller things, you know me these days. I like to combine them into bigger videos, save them up a bit, and combine them into one bigger video. How you doing, Rogues? Oh, we got the triple whammy.
ATST claw to Lego
Triple
Star
whammy.
Wars
I haven't had
games.
one of these in a while.
You are so cool.
I feel like this is a good spot to maybe end soon. We'll see. Matthew with the 5 now. By the way, guys, for 5, whatever that equates to in your currency, you can become a member. Click the join button. You get a lot more for it. When are they adding the First Order ATST claw to Lego Star Wars? You're so cool. Thank you, Matthew. The ATST claw, God. They better add it. Matthew's about the only person I know who knows what the... I mean, he taught me about it. There's an ATST in the Last Jedi. I can't remember if it's in the background or if it's just in the concept art or the book, but there's an ATST with a claw. And I don't think, Matthew, because I don't want to get your hopes up, I don't think they're going to add it. But I'd love to, after all your waiting, I'd love to see them add it just for you. I really would. But thank you for that. We are four likes away from 100. Let's get that, which is great considering how dead things are starting to be again with this game. You wasn't subscribed before. You wasn't subscribed before I was going to write a comment. Now you are. Now you are, MK. Thank you very much. And now we got a member. They're all coming in. See, it just takes one and then everybody's... Thank you, Youngling Hunt. Level 2 as well. You always know when they go level 2, they're going that bit further than level 1. I'm staying. What? Just before I say thank you properly, why is this? Why are we stuck in the loading screen? Because I'm gonna lose everything I just did. You serious right now? But Youngling Hunt, thank you for level 2. Check the community tab. Probably about 20 minutes after this stream, where you'll get a post that only you and other members can see about the perks you're going to get. So make sure to check that. But thank you very much for joining the channel. I do appreciate it. And if anyone else wants to join, click the join button. There's different levels if you can, different rewards. So I always appreciate it. We've still got just under 20 members, which is insane considering how dead things have been. So thank you. Oh, I feel like this is glitched and I'm gonna... It's not like I did a lot, but I still did a few things on Starkiller, so I'm gonna lose them. We got... Yeah, we are on 40k, I think. Yes, we are. I don't want to get too excited, because if we go for another dead period, it gets harder and harder to maintain it. Because you lose subscribers every day, but when you're not getting videos and the algorithm and stuff, you don't gain any, and the bigger your channel is, the more you lose. So I don't want to get too excited, but yeah, this is just wow. This is. How do I use the clone trooper emojis? They should be. So the clone next to your name is based on how long you've been a member. So you got the elite courts one right now. That'll upgrade as time goes on. You can see that on the you should have a membership tab on my channel now, which you can see. But there are, if you go onto your emoji section, there are FGG emojis, which I'm going to update a few soon because a few are a bit outdated. But I'll let you know on the community tab anyway about all that. How you doing, John? All right then. Well. Looks like I have to restart. This game does have, well, I think it does have autosave, but I don't know when it last autosaved. I don't think he is in the new Lego game, Maestro. I'm not for them adding Look, the only celebrities you should be adding is George Lucas. I don't even think they should. I'd be alright with Dave Filoni because I love Dave Filoni, but I don't just want all the behind the scenes, because then it's like add Jon Favreau, add Kathleen Kennedy back. Just add George Lucas for me. Don't be adding out of Indiana Jones. You can get away with because of the tie-in and what they did last time, but don't be adding like no celebrities. Not that I thought they were going to anyway, but that's a bit too far, isn't it? 100th like, thank you. Someone took my sandwich. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. We can keep going for a bit, I suppose, because if I'm not going to do these every week, we still got people here. I mean, at least we've... Please don't spam Stormzy. At least we've had a few minutes to just go over stuff while this game's been stopping for me. Oh, we got another one. Everyone wants to donate tonight. Everyone wants to donate. Cool Kid with a $5 Canadian. I'll get this all on the bar. It only adds things to the donation bar if you donate via the link in the description. Super Chat doesn't add them, so I have to do that. But thank you, Cool Kid. Been here since I was never a DICE employee. They had me on as for a bit.
Been here since you were a DICE employee.
Until
also, have you played Roblox Battlefront?
Mutually agreed that I probably wasn't the best fit. But I was never an employee. Okay, when we get back into this, thank you though. But I don't know if I'd want to be a DICE employee, because I feel like they don't get as much control as they want over these games. Have a nice day / night. See you later, Lucky. Thanks for tuning in. And I'll check my progress on Starkiller. Keep liking, guys. Keep subscribing. Would appreciate it. Each subscriber we get helps us just get that bit closer and closer to staying on 40,000, not losing it, because you'd be surprised how many people unsubscribe through these dead periods. And how many old Battlefront subscribers have still, not after a year, considered if they want to leave yet or not. Are we going to play as the what in the Skywalker Saga, Hayden? I have no idea. The Gunshin. I don't know what the Ganosian. Wait, the Ganosian. The Gamorrean, do you mean? The Gamorrean Guard? Possibly, because if so, yes, they're in the trailer. They're in the gameplay trailer from last year. I feel like... I mean, the thing is, it might not be your spelling, because there's some weird spellings in Star Wars, so I just might not know. Oh, I think we've lost them. You're really doing this to me. Wait, I don't know, because we've only got three... we'll soon know. That one's still there. We've only got 3 carbonite blocks left, so I think it's autosaved some of it. Right, I need to do this part, because this carbonite block is just constantly eluding me every time. And, yeah, we're going to do it. Right, come on, Ray. Let's go, Ray. Okay. And then this part here... Oh, she did it this time. She did it. Okay, maybe I needed to use Ray or something, because they were never grabbing onto it, a bit like what they're doing now. Right, there we go. Alright. Come on, Ray. Yes! You go, Ray. I think we'll get George, but no one else. No India's... They no longer have the... Wait, they don't have the license to Lego Indiana Jones, but I thought it's Lucasfilm. Or are the licenses treated as separate, even though they're both Lucasfilm, are they treated as separate licenses? My audio's cutting? Oh dear. It's not the stream lagging, it's the audio cutting. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I will try and let that looked into next. So thanks for telling me, by the way. I don't know if that sounded a bit sarcastic then, which I wasn't being. I will look into that as well, because the goal is to get these streams performing as well as possible for the Skywalker Saga. I may be getting a new computer. I've actually thought about this a bit more recently. So I'm thinking, do I do it, do I not? Because I still don't know what the long-term plan is after. Like I've said, as far as I'm concerned, there is no plan after Skywalker Saga for this channel. If that is it for me, that is it. But I would like there to be more. I would like there to be a Battlefront 3. Is my point. But if that is it after the Skywalker Saga, I'm not exactly going to be surprised. Is what I'm trying to say. But as it stands now, because it's not like we can go into Star Wars Celebration with the So, what's the best way to say this? Right, so, say LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga had already been out by the time Star Wars Celebration's here. I could have looked at what was at Star Wars Celebration and thought, okay, are any of these games of interest to me? Do I want to continue? But because Skywalker Saga isn't out yet, I don't know if there's going to be anything after. Like, I've got nothing in the meantime to preoccupy myself with. So it makes me wonder, do I buy a new computer really just to run streams better for this one game? Because once that's done, that's it. Don't think I am making much sense, to be honest, but it's all just about making the right decision. Geonosians, how did I not think of that one? Will there be Geonosians in the game? 100%. They're not confirmed. I think they might. Are they in the crowd on Geonosis? Have we seen that much of the shot yet? I think they're in the crowd. But even if we haven't seen them, they'll be in the crowd either way. So we're all good. Geonosians will be in the game, yeah. Fallen Order 2. I'm excited for it, but it's not really a long-term game. I mean, either Skywalker Saga. Thing is, actually, let me correct myself there. Skywalker Saga is a long-term game because the amount of time we've been waiting for this has felt like a game that's lasted. I mean, Battlefront. What did that last? Pretty much just short of 2.5 years. Okay, and this game will have lasted 3 years by the time it finally comes out. So this has been a long-term game. It's not. It didn't mean to be a long-term game, but it has become a long-term game. And there's no doubt about that. Can we build something here? Can we repair it? Okay, we need to find that part where the Falcon is. Because I think, in terms of... Right, there's still one here, but I think in terms of carbonite blocks, we've done them all on this planet. Oh, we need a first order something. First, let's go with, what do we go with? I mean, yeah, first order TIE fighter there. No, apparently I need the snow speeder. By the way, the LIUV are they called? I think these are one of the most ugly vehicles in Star Wars. Period. They're not for me. You need help on The Force Awakens? What do you need help with, Hayden? I can try and advise you. I've pretty much almost completed this game at this point, so I'm sure I can be of somewhat of a help. Unless it's about one-off mini-kits that I haven't yet done. No! Ray, you're going off target. Boom, look at that. Another one. And another one. Right, and this one now. How much percent are we on? We're on 91.9. That's how close we are. Yeah, a lot of you are back to school now, aren't you? That means, unfortunately for you all, you've got nothing to look forward to well, not nothing to look forward to. You've got nothing in terms of LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga to look forward to after coming home from school this fall. I bet I've just made you all feel much better about your days. Hey, it's the same for me. I don't go to school, but I've got nothing to look forward to either. When it comes to LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga, I do have things to look forward to actually. This time of the year is my favourite time of the year by far. I mean, September's a bit boring for the most part, but October to December are the best months. Doing the side quest missions. Which one, Hayden? Which planet are you on? Give me the details. Has anybody got any final questions for Skywalker Saga? Leaving the essay to the last minute, youngling? Is that what we're doing? I've been there.
Hey.
Let's have a look. What is back? Ooh, what's this door? It's not a doorway, it's just a race that is quite difficult to get to. Alright, get in. Any final questions? Just let me know. This is in an awful spot. Oh my god. Just put it in... Oh. Seriously. Oh my god. Right, get in quick, right. You had to put it between a bunch of trees. And somehow I've done that first time. Hype for Star Wars Visions? Not really. We're going to do a Battlefront stream this week, actually. Or next week, it depends if I can make it. By the way, all streams are pretty much going to be at 8 o'clock now. Not only does that suit me better, actually, but I'll let you take a wild guess at the other reason. I suppose the more active people will know. It's not the only reason. This does suit me better, actually, quite a bit. But there's another reason why I'm now going at 8 instead of 7, which I suppose when the clocks go back and forwards anyway, that usually messes up things because we're all different time zones, so some people's don't go forward, but so it'll probably change in a few weeks anyway. But, yeah. Where is Jaja? Yes, a Battlefront stream, I know, right? How you doing, MK, though? Lee Monk, how you doing? You're looking forward to 2040. That's Battlefield, isn't it? 2042 or something. I'm not playing it, personally. I'm a bit past shooters. I don't mind Battlefront if you want to class that as a shooter, but I'm a bit past the shooter genre. I spend most of my days... Now Battlefront's over, I usually play FIFA. We do a bit of Minecraft. But that has declined within the last few months. Or last month or so, actually.
Hey, how's
Well,
your
that's because
throat?
I've been a bit busy. Oh, definitely not Tyler, no. Bark, bark. Possibly. Possibly. I've been carefully analysing. Because, by the way, the reason it's been worse, the bark bark we'll call it, is because the current bark bark issue, the overly loud ones, are new. So that's why this has never been an issue before. So I've been closely analysing when does the horror take place, and let's just say 8 o'clock is looking to be the best time right now to avoid the bark bark. Plus, it works better for me because I can get more stuff done in that hour, in that extra hour I get, and pretty much now, when I stop streaming, I can have Sunday night just to chill.
Okay, I did not expect that at all. Here's your prize. But if I find out you've been cheating...
How many more gold bricks? We're getting close, surely. Surely getting close now. Remember to keep liking, subscribing, guys. Would appreciate it. Isn't my main career? There's a few other bits and pieces, youngling, but I mean, for now, I'm not gonna say too much. I don't. Maybe I never will. Some things I like to keep to myself. What are we talking about with bark bark? Well, let's break it down then. What animal goes bark bark? What animal has not only nearly killed me in my own life, but also it was on the way to killing my streams? What animal, Tyler? And if you dare say a cat, we're gonna have an issue. I mean, it'd be a bit stupid anyway if you think a cat goes bark bark, but. Hayden, if you want to give me your username, it's fine, but I don't really add back people because I used to add back everyone and it lagged out my friends list. Plus, like, I don't even play that much, and when I'm on, I'm usually like on FIFA or Minecraft. I don't really play Lego games off stream. I used to, or Lego Star Wars games, but now I've completed them all, and I'm obviously trying to save this one to do on stream so I can officially say I've done them all on stream. Once Skywalker Saga's here, I'm going to be non-stop playing it. This time last year, I was pretty much playing Lego games all the time because me and Fierce, who's mods on the channel, because that some people might not know who I mean. Me and him were doing the 2-player and complete saga, and we were playing like every day. That was fun. A tree, yeah, a tree fell on me. I've been through some weird things in my life. Had strange things happen, but I can't ever say as of yet I've had a tree fall on me. I fell off a tree, but I'm not going to over-exaggerate and act like I was up really high. Because I did used to climb trees when I was younger, like I think a lot of kids do, but I was always safe. Like I fell off tiny trees that are like a few centimetres from the ground. But no, a tree has never caused me any issues. Never got stuck up a tree either. You was not going to say a cat goes bark bark, surely. What team do I support? Football team. I support Man United. A lot of people know that already. Tyler hates it when I talk about football because I think he knows if I didn't restrict this channel to Star Wars, I wouldn't stop. Any more Lego Star Wars questions though? You need help on Starkiller Base to do the side quest mission. Which one, Hayden? Which side quest? There's so many. If you tell me which one, I can maybe guide you. I mean, I will try and... Look, if you do message me on Xbox the question about it, I will get back to you. I will... And if I don't know, I will tell you I don't know. But I will get back to you about it. But I'm on 92.2%, so the chances are I'm going to know. But there is a slight chance that it might be in that remaining percent that I don't know. So just bear that in mind. There's 5 out of 5. We've already done that. Oh, a mouse droid. I've not done this one because I've never been over here. We need C-3PO human cyborg relations, but we're going to use K-3PO from Hoth.
He says
I can't leave my post. They'll throw me down a hole. You'll have to handle it.
You're a Liverpool fan. Oh, MK, that means already there's going to be some rivalry. What do you think will be in the classic character pack? Lando, we know. I think that here's a little one that a lot of people don't know. Well, a lot of people do know as well. So, on one of the promotional images released in 2020, yeah, after the trailer last year, we got a shot of Kylo and Rey locked together with their sabers on Kef Bear. I think that's how you say that planet. And there's a Stormtrooper helmet in the background, and it is the classic Stormtrooper helmet, as you would expect, because they're on the Death Star, but obviously Stormtroopers have got updated looks. I'm talking about the Imperial ones, so I think that's an Easter egg for the fact that they'll be in there. Now, if Lando's in there, I think it's pretty obvious that Luke, Han, and Leia will be. Will Chewie? I would guess. And I think it's going to be 8 per pack. There's no proof that it's going to be 8 per pack, but considering there's 2 Mando packs, there must be a limit. So I think Luke, Han, Leia, Chewie, Stormtrooper, Yoda, Darth Maul, and Vader. Yeah, Vader, there you go. And I know what you're thinking, very original trilogy based. Well, for one, they can't be sequels because they're classic characters, and although there's probably been some updated models to sequel characters, they're not vastly different. And the prequel characters... Once again, you're just going to see something that's very OT orientated because they think that's the trilogy most people agree on, which it is, to be fair. There's a lot of people that love and hate both the prequels and the sequels. While there is haters the originals, no doubt, it's universally the trilogy most agree on. So, and is the most iconic in culture in general. So they will no doubt make sure that that pack is just mostly OT. Maul will be in there because Maul is just well known. I mean, it's like Dooku is in more movies and Maul gets more screen time than Maul, but Maul is iconic. And I'm talking about movies or not Clone Wars there, because obviously, I mean, it'd still be debatable because Dooku's in the Clone Wars or not. Yeah, so I'm with you, MK. I'm not the biggest fan of The Last Jedi. However, here's one that I get a few people saying FGG hates the sequels. I don't, actually. Not these days, at least. But I'm not over keen. However, I am going to be rewatching the sequels soon in order for the first time in... Since I've seen... I've never watched them, actually, in order. I've never watched all 3 in order. I've watched 7 then 8. But I'm going to be watching the sequels in order soon. So that's going to be fun. But I agree with you that the levels are going to be good. You can't judge the movie. Well, you can't judge the levels really based on the movie. No way is this frozen again. Oh my god. I mean, it looks like there's autosave, so it shouldn't matter. But what is the issue from exiting Starkiller Base? Or not exiting it, finishing a quest on Starkiller Base. Why is it doing this to me? That is a car horn, if anybody heard that. You probably did. No idea these days. Guys, we're going to end it there, though, because Starkiller hates me. And I can't seem to get back onto it. But thank you to everyone. Thank you for the donations. Thank you to the new member, Youngling. Make sure you keep an eye out on that community tab in the next 20. Thanks. We're going to do active members. If you've not commented in the last 5 minutes, you won't show. So don't think I'm ignoring you. Artchoke, Dan, Cam... Romantique, MK, Rogues, Tyler, Youngling Hunt, thank you for watching, guys. We may be here next week, we may be not. These might not be weekly now until we get some new news. Adam, you just joined the last minute, but hello. Hello. I think that's the most likely roaster there. But yeah, I will see you in the next one.